Everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul Nguma, founder of PATTERNOLOGY LAB. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with all of you a stock that is about to go crazy next week and why you should keep it on your watch list. And I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions for those of y'all who dropped your stocks of interest in the comment section of yesterday's video, right after the intro. All right, y'all, right off the bat. The futures market is open. It opened up about 2 hours ago. It had a little dip, but that dip got ball right back up. And I've been telling y'all throughout the entire weekend that I am still bullish on the market. Not bearish at all. I think this move is gonna continue on. And I do still think that we will see 4,000. And I will follow up on this one in the morning. All right. Now, the stock that all of you are looking at on the thumbnail, that $3 stock, is AHT. All right. And the reason why I want to put AHT on your radar, number one, if you take a look at the monthly, right? If you take a look at the monthly, you see right here that the stock collapsed because of a very bearish head and shoulders. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, followed by the fade, right? And now if you look at it closely, very closely, in this half, nobody's interested. In this half, a lot of people are interested, all right? So that's number one. Number two, if you go on the daily chart and you zoom in right over here, you can clearly see that the stock is breaking out currently, all right? So keep this one on your watch list for a potential long. I like the way the stock looks and the way it's breaking out right now. Keep this one on your watch list. There is one thing that does bother me just a little bit, is that it has earnings coming up on the 24th, which is in exactly 3 days. That might be Wednesday, all right? So be on the lookout for that one. Best case scenario, the stock actually holds through earnings and doesn't go anywhere, right? First, we have a pre-anticipatory run towards around $4, maybe $4.50. And then the reaction to earnings, again, like I always tell y'all, the reaction to earnings is very, very unpredictable, all right? So manage your risk accordingly. Hopefully the stock goes nowhere and then it continues on to the price target of these previous highs at around $6, maybe even $7 within the next few days to the next few weeks. I'm not bearish on the stock, and I'm not the type of person that will go short on a stock that's been beaten down for so long, right? So keep that stock on your watch list for the next week. Now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. Now, y'all always have very, very good questions in the comment section below, so we're gonna address them immediately. The very first one that we're gonna talk about is GSAT. All right, and GSAT, somebody asked me to break this down. It ran up after this bullish pennant right here. This was a very nice move to the upside, and then once it got over here towards 250, as you can see, it's struggling right now. I wouldn't advise anybody to dip buy this thing, because personally I would love to see this thing collapse all the way down to 150 again. Like this right here is the instant buy zone. This right here is where we start seeing these short sellers right here cover up for profit, and then we see the stock bounce just a little bit higher towards $2. But as of right now, like again, I cannot tell anybody to dip buy this thing. I really cannot. It's looking very bearish, and it looks like it wants to come back down. And again, if you're a long-term investor in this stock, pullbacks are actually good. Pullbacks are healthy. All right, but right now I just wouldn't want like anybody to chase this thing. It's been up a lot, and it needs to either consolidate for a long time or fall sharply so that people can rebuy the dip on this stock. All right. Now the next stock that I'm going to be covering, somebody asked me to do a review on KNOX. And for all of y'all who have been subscribing to the channel, I did break down KNOX. I shared KNOX with all of you when it was at exactly $52. All right, we made some nice money on the way up to $70, and then the stock continued up higher, you know, along with the frenzy, with the GameStop frenzy and AMC frenzy. Again, all of these stocks went up, and that led to this surge right here. And since then, it's been cooling down for quite a bit now. And I think we're ready to see this thing bounce. The market is bullish. All right, the market is bullish. I'm not bearish on the market at all. And I do think some money will trickle in here, and we can see the stock bounce all the way up to 65 bucks, maybe even 70 bucks within the next week. So definitely keep this one on your watch list for a bounce off of the previous support level. All right, I'm not bearish on the stock, and I would not short it. If you're shorting this, again, don't be greedy. This is some nice, like if you've been shorting from like $77, like don't be too greedy. This is some nice chunk of change. Take some money off the table, pay yourself, because it looks like it's about to bounce. All right, and the same thing can be said about SNDL. And SNDL, again, for all of you who have been subscribing to the channel, this $1 stock exploded nicely. Great. It pulled back down. That is fine. Right now, the way I see it is that there is a piercing, a bullish piercing candle on the chart, and that's actually right over here. I'm waiting for the next one. The next one should be green and should actually go all the way up to like, it should actually go all the way up towards 180, and then if we can just stay there, then yeah, we can see a bounce towards 250 within the next week. All right, short sellers from the top will be looking to take their money off the table. It's been beaten down for quite some time now, and again, do not forget about this massive room up here. All right, do not forget about that, and that applies for like the entire cannabis sector. All right, do expect a bounce among each of them, or the majority of them, like Teleray or CGC. Again, same thing applies. Now, the next one that we're going to be discussing in this video, that stock is Disney. And in regards to Disney, I made a video on this one telling y'all to expect the stock to go up to 205. Right, that was the price target that I had for Disney. It had excellent earnings. It looked really, really good through earnings, right? But the move after that was this right here. This bearish engulfing candle. Short sellers took over, brought the stock down a little bit longer. All right, but this thing is not gonna last for too long. It's about to bounce off of support. It is at support right now, and honestly, I think it's gonna bounce. I think it's going to bounce from that level, and we're gonna see a bullish week. I'm not bearish on Disney, and as a short seller, I wouldn't want to short it either. Like I wouldn't. It's just not. It's just not parabolic enough for me to want to short it. And Disney had phenomenal earnings, even though the reaction to earnings was not what people expected. But again, be very careful. I do not recommend shorting Disney, and I do think it's gonna bounce. And the price target that I have for Disney is still 205. All right, I'm not changing my mind about that one. All right, about something that I would consider shorting in the near future. That stock is NCTY. Somebody asked about it in the comment section below, and I thought this stock looks magical. All right, the stock is very overextended. I would never tell anybody to chase this thing. Again, if you are long on this one, remember to take your money off the table, because individuals like myself are looking for an entry to go short. All right, it's almost there. I feel like if it can breach 100, maybe even like 105, that is where I wouldn't be able to like to help it but to go short. That is where I would not be able to resist from buying puts on the stock. So it's almost there. It's almost there. There's a lot of room over here, all the way down. So the higher it goes, again, the better it looks. Do not chase this, beginners. This is if you're a beginner, like this is a high risk, low reward to the upside, and a high reward, low risk to the downside. All right, so just chill and be very patient with this one. This one is gonna be really, really, really good. All right, it might be another episode of Sava if y'all remembered how that one turned out. So just relax and be patient with this one. And that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, it helps the channel grow faster. and it allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on these post-market analysis videos, which are released every single day in the afternoon, and the pre-market analysis videos, which are released from Monday through Friday at exactly 8:15 a.m. Central Time, 15 minutes before the market opens. If you're not following us on social media, you can find me at Paul Nguma and at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is new to you, if you are new to the market and would like to get started, I left some step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 through step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get signed up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks after signing up with Webull using my very first link in the description below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Nguma with Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in tomorrow morning's video. Hope all of you had a wonderful weekend. Next week is gonna be fun. All right, enjoy the outro.